Much love, YouTube family. I'm out here in nature where I belong, where everybody belongs. I'm feeling really good today, and I just want to try to make a quick video on fasting. I posted a status about it, and I got a lot of feedback from it, and a lot of friends wanted me to do a video about it. So hopefully I can share my experiences and my knowledge on the subject, and maybe it'll get you started yourself. Now, what is fasting? Fasting is abstaining from any food or drink for a certain period of time. However long you want to do it is up to you. And why would you want to fast? Not just for your spirituality, but really for your own health. Now, I understand that intellectually, human beings have evolved quite a lot. We have cell phones, cars, all of this crazy technology, and I understand that our minds are in a different place. All right, our minds are in the future, right? But our bodies, whether you believe it or not, have not evolved for this type of lifestyle. Okay, our bodies are designed. We are structured for nature. We're structured to be living in nature like any other animal, and not only have our bodies not evolved for this type of environment, living indoors, which are basically cages, glorified dollhouses, but also for the type of food that we eat. Our bodies have not evolved to not only eat the unnatural things that we eat, but eat as much. I'm a firm believer that when human beings were living in nature, they were not eating every single day, and they were not eating 3 meals every single day. I believe that fasting was quite regular, and I believe that our bodies are designed to go periods of time without eating. Now, regardless of if that is true or not, you have to understand you've been eating 3 meals a day. You've been conditioning your body to eat 3 meals a day since you were a kid, since you were very young. So whether it's natural or not, when you partake in fasting, there will be negative feelings and you will have some negative experiences because you're shocking your body. Your body's used to guzzling down a whole bunch of food every day, and it's not used to this. But I promise you, the grass is greener on the other side. Now, I want to share a little story that I have of how I even got into fasting myself. Me and my friends, we moved down to Columbus, and at the beginning it was kind of hard. I barely had any money, and we were kind of all just fending for ourselves. There was really no food in the house, and I really just didn't have any money to get food, and it was just bad. It was a hard time at first, so I had to kind of fast by choice, and it wasn't that long. It was like a day and a half, all right? But at the time, I had never went more than a day without eating. Like, I thought I was gonna die. It was just a big deal to me, and it was hard as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely difficult. But what that experience showed me is that you can go without eating, and I didn't die. And it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as my mind was making it. Now, after that, I kind of got into my spiritual journey. I just started looking into all the topics that come with, what they call your awakening or whatever. And fasting is like one of the main topics, and that's why I'm doing a video on it. Now, my brother Peanut, he started to kind of get into it with me as well, and we both agreed that we would try to fast for a week straight. And mind you, we were going from no fasting experience at all, besides my 1-day experience, to fasting for a week straight. But we were just really excited about all the new information we got. We really just believed in it, and we wanted to try it. So we tried it. And we ended up making it to, I think, 5 days, or maybe even 6 days before we cracked. But we made it to about 5 or 6 days, and wow. It definitely was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, mostly because of how I went into it. I don't recommend you trying to jump into a fast like that. Start with 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, build your way up, work your way into it. But it was one of the most amazing experiences at the same time. One, it showed me my power of will. I believe it takes a lot of willpower to stop yourself from eating. I know it might not sound like that, but if you actually try to fast, you will see how strong or how weak you are. You will see how developed or how undeveloped your own will is. It took a lot of willpower. But I really want to get into what the benefits and what I experienced while I was fasting. While we were fasting, me and him, we both shared what we experienced, and we got to experience a little bit of what they call no mind. Believe it or not, it is possible to exist without thinking all the time. I know it seems impossible. It seems like your brain just thinks, and it thinks, and it does what it wants, and you can't control your thoughts. And how can you be aware? How can you exist without thinking? It's beyond possible, and it is one of the most amazing feelings. We didn't experience it until about day 5 or day 6, but there was a period where there really is no words for it because we weren't thinking. There's no words to really describe how it felt, but there was a period of time where you just are not thinking. It's just awareness, pure divine awareness. You're aware of everything around you. You see things and you're taking it in, but you're not thinking about it. And that is one of the most incredible things that I've ever experienced in my 23 years of living. And that was just one of the benefits. You also lose a lot of weight, and that's what a lot of people are scared of when they fast. They're like, oh, don't you get skinny? Isn't it unhealthy? You shouldn't do that to your body. I'll post a couple pictures. I got very skinny from fasting just for those 6 days. For anybody who wants to lose weight and is too lazy to get their ass up and move, because movement is key to your metabolism and key to, if you want to lose weight, you need to move. But if you want to lose weight very quickly and you're not really into working out, start fasting. Make sure you hydrate yourself. That's another thing I want to throw in there. You have to stay hydrated. I recommend training yourself to drink at least a gallon of water every single day. Not tap water, please. I know a lot of people say water is water, but that's couldn't be further from the truth. Water is water, but tap water is not just water, and I don't want to go into that in this video. I recommend distilled water, but drink at least a gallon a day and just build your way into the fast. And if you want to lose weight, you will be amazed at how quick you shed pounds when you fast. Like I said, I'm going to post a couple pictures at the end of this video of how much weight that I actually lost just from those 6 days of fasting. It was dramatic, and I got it all back. I'll show you my physique now, and I believe that it's very important for you to go through that process, because fasting is all about cleansing. It's all about getting rid of what doesn't need to be in your temple. And for you to truly get a deep cleanse, you need to get through all of those layers, all of those years of stuff that's just been building up, stuff that's been hidden, stuff that's deep in the nooks and crannies of your bones, and just you need to really get all that stuff, and your body has to get rid of everything on top so it can get to everything on the bottom. So don't panic when you begin in fasting and you begin this spiritual journey. You will lose weight. That's just a sign. You will get it back. Trust me, everything will come back. It's just something you have to deal with, and the benefits go on and on. You lose weight, you feel lighter, you feel happier, you're more energized once your body actually adapts to fasting, because when you eat food, a lot of people don't realize a lot of energy gets taken out of other organs and places, and it gets redirected to digesting whatever you ate. That becomes your body's #1 priority. So when you don't always have food or something to be digested in your intestines, that allows free energy for your brain, that allows free energy for everything. You know, all of your 5 senses get enhanced, your hearing especially, your vision, everything is amplified when you're not full of food, when you're not full of shit. And I recommend this to anybody. Fasting is a very beautiful thing. I'm experimenting with intermediate fasting myself, where you eat one day and 1 meal a day. For me, I eat 1 meal a day, don't eat the next day, and just repeat the process. And I've been having amazing results from that. I believe, like I said, fasting is something that's very essential if you want to begin spirituality, or if you just care about your own health. You have to give your body time to get all that stuff that's been building up over the years, because it doesn't have the space it needs to clean itself when you're constantly shoving meal after meal after meal down there. Other benefits: my hair, my nails, my skin, the list goes on, guys. Fasting is probably one of the quickest ways you can get results in your own body. If you want to lose weight, if you want to look healthier, if you want your skin to be nicer, if you want your hair to be thicker, begin fasting. It's very essential. I recommend you begin fasting as soon as possible. It's a beautiful thing. it'll show you a side to life that I believe is being hidden from all of us, and a side that I feel a lot of people will never be able to experience because they're not willing to take the risk and they're not willing to have an open mind to explore things. I know we've been taught our whole lives that we need 3 meals a day. You got our nutritional table and all this and all that, but I'm a firm believer that you are your own scientist. You know, you have to be rational. Don't go do shit that, you know, don't go jump off a building and see if you're gonna die, but be your own scientist. It's 2018. You don't need to rely on things that are spoon-fed to you. Because I look at it like this. If I was an elite in this society and I had everything under control and I wanted to keep, you know, humans, or if I wanted to keep society in check, I would not be spoon-feeding them information that will lead to their ascension of consciousness or for them to be able to be sovereign. Because for this system to work, it needs us. That's what a lot of people don't realize, is the power is in the fact that this system needs you. You power this. You power this system. So if you want the system to collapse, become sovereign. That is the best thing you could do for yourself. That's the best thing you could do from the world, is become sovereign. Learn that you're not dependent on food. You don't need 3 meals a day. That to me is a huge lie, and it's a lie that I believe a lot of people aren't even willing to explore because we're addicted to food and because it's something that we consider as absolute. You know, people be like, no matter what, you got to eat, but you don't need to eat as much as you've been eating. So I recommend you just try to refrain from food and you'll see the benefits. Your mind will work better, your body will look better, you'll think better, you'll be happier, you'll be more energetic. The list goes on, guys. So I just wanted to keep this short as possible. Just want to share that experience with you guys. I love you guys. I haven't made a video in a long time. I've just been working on myself and going ham and really trying to get results, but I will continue to share my experiences. I hope you guys are feeling as good as I am. Remember, we are one. We are all connected. Again, I love you guys. Much love, big love. buddhaxan. I'm out.